Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today I wanted to talk a little bit more about the 1440p versus 4K thing. So if you guys like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. Now, I made that video yesterday. I was talking about 4K, 1440p, why I think NVIDIA does better at 4K, and why I think AMD is like my choice for 1440p. And I wanted to dig a little bit more into that. Yesterday was kind of more just like a generalized video, but today I want to dig a little bit deeper into this. The video got over 1,000 views, so I think that maybe more people want to talk about this. So with 1440p, it is a lot easier to be able to hit that resolution, to be able to max out like all your visual quality, and to be able to like play at super high frame rates with today's overall GPUs. On 4K, it's a little bit different. Now, there's a handful of GPUs that can do a really good job at 4K. You know, like your 4090, your 7900 XTX, 7900 XT, 4080 Super, 4070 Ti Super, 7900 GRE, obviously your 6950 XT, your 3090, you know, some of last gen cards and stuff can do a decent enough job at 4K. All while with most of those having to utilize upscaling. So if you're on a 4K TV like myself, I tend to feel like the bigger screen real estate for me at 4K right now on the LG C2 is essentially what I would say the overall experience on the TV just isn't delivering that overall visual quality for me on everything that I want to see. And I've never really been that big of a fan of DLSS. So when I go and I utilize DLSS on the 4K screen, or I'm utilizing FSR 3.1 or 2.0 or whatever, the general overall quality of the image, you in my opinion, on the bigger screen, on the 4K screen, you know, you can kind of just see the imperfections more, especially when you're using DLSS or the upscalers to upscale from like 1440p up to 4K. In my opinion, it kind of I can kind of see that overall visual degradation in the image quality. So if I've already got to use upscaling and everything on 4K just to get a playable experience, in my opinion, I would much rather just downsample that back to 1440p, especially if I have a good enough frame rate to be able to continue playing that game at a high enough frame rate to where it feels good. I'm usually okay with that. You know, 60 to 80 frames a second at 1440p being downsampled is usually generally a pretty good experience for me. And if you have to already use upscaling, here's the thing. If you're already using upscaling to get to 4K, and you're like me and you kind of feel like, oh man, I just wish the image quality could be a little bit better. I wish this or I wish that. You can always downsample that image back down to 1440p and get all that image quality back and still be able to have that same frame rate. So it is kind of a double-edged sword. You are getting the frame rate that you would be getting while playing at 4K, but you're getting the image quality that you want from 4K 100%. Like, you're getting your cake and eating it too, because on the 1440p monitor, my friends, in my opinion, 1440p is the sweet spot. It's sharp enough at the same, but at the same time, it's not as intense to run, so you get that overall bit better image quality. Like, even 1440p native on a 1440p OLED monitor looks incredible, but when you pair that with a 4K signal being downsampled, you get even better image quality. Now, of course, I like 4K, guys. Of course, I like 4K. I'm filming all my video in 4K. I've invested a lot of money in buying these cameras to film at 4K to bring you 4K content. But at the end of the day, I'm pretty sensitive to my visual quality while I'm playing video games. I am a very intense, immersed gamer. When I'm playing a game, I love to be fully immersed in that visual quality. And when I'm playing on 4K and I see those imperfections, it kind of pulls me out of the experience to a point where I'm like, oh my gosh, man, like I can see that. And it when it starts to break my immersion, that's when I start to really appreciate what the 1440p monitor is capable of after being downsampled. Then I get pristine image quality, pixel perfect with really good AA and no blurriness, no stuttering. It just looks incredible. Yes, it looks a little bit softer, and that's fine because it looks more dense. When it's really sharp and crystal clear on a 4K monitor, or on a 4K TV, that's when I start to see those imperfections. And to me, like, it's not okay, it's not terrible, my friends, but it does break my immersion. And when I'm able to utilize a 1440p monitor to get that immersion back, I'm perfectly okay with that. Now everybody's going to be different. You're going to have different likes and different wants and different needs. Maybe 4K is all you've got, and that's what you want, and you're going to keep chasing that and trying to get there, and that's fine. Like I don't have any problem with you doing that. Like I'm not even upset about that. The only thing is I'm here with my channel, creating my content, expressing my field of view, or my likes and what my point of view and how I like to enjoy my video games, in the hopes of influencing somebody to maybe adopt the way I like to see things, or maybe try the way I like to see things and see if that works for you, because you could potentially be saving yourself a lot of money. All it takes to be able to use, like say your 7800 XT, you can upscale to 4K and get a playable frame rate. And then you downsample that back to 1440p, and then you get incredible image quality over native 1440p. And you can use that with almost every single level of FSR, all the way down to ultra performance. I've made videos showing you guys that you could potentially play Cyberpunk 2077 with path tracing if you go up to 4K, downsample, use or upscaled, using ultra performance FSR, and then downsample back to 1440p, which actually gives you enough image quality, clarity. In my opinion, it's almost equal to like native 1080p ish, a little bit more. Still definitely looks better than what you're going to play on the Xbox Series X or PlayStation 5. So in my opinion, I feel like that is not necessary, but a good enough sacrifice to make visually, a good enough sacrifice to make to be able to utilize that path tracing or the ray tracing or whatever else you want to use to be able to experience that in a better way. So I hope that this video helped you guys. I hope that this makes sense to you, and I hope that maybe you can come back with feedback that's good, that's constructive, so that we can move this forward and maybe help people find the exact place that's right for them. Because like I said, guys, you can get into higher quality 1440p now than you ever have been. And with just being able to spend a little bit or spend less money to be able to get great quality at 1440p, that's incredible. That's incredible. You can save money and still get a premium experience. So if you like this content, do not forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.